What did the leper say to the prostitute? You may keep the tip. An old grandma brings a bus driver a bag of peanuts every day. First, the bus driver enjoyed the peanuts, but after a week of eating them, he asked, "Please, Granny, don't bring me peanuts anymore. Have them yourself." The granny answers, "You know I don't have teeth anymore. I just prefer to suck the chocolate around them." Dentist. This will hurt a little. Patient. Okay. Dentist. I've been having an affair with your wife for a while now. I got another letter from this lawyer today. It said final notice. Good that he will not be bothering me anymore. A mother asks her son, "Anton, do you think I'm a bad mom?" "Son, my name is Paul." Doctor, you're obese. Patient. For that, I definitely want a second opinion. Doctor, you're quite ugly too. A husband and wife sit at the table having dinner. The woman drops a bit of tomato sauce on her white top. "Oh no, I look like a pig." The man nods, "And you dropped tomato sauce on your top." Boy complains to his father. You told me to put a potato on my swimming trunks. You said it would impress the girls at the pool. But you forgot to mention one thing." "Father? Really, what?" "Boy, that the potato should go on the front." Okay, so the next jokes I've got coming up are some dirty jokes, more entertaining than the previous ones I was reading. How did Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant? He forgot to wrap his Whopper. And some of these jokes might be offensive to some people. I just want to make a disclaimer. I'm not racist, I'm not chauvinist or anything like that. So any of these jokes that I tell are just simply jokes. They don't reflect my views towards other people. Having said that, how is a woman like a road? They both have manholes. What type of bird gives the best head? A swallow. What's better than a cold bud? A warm bush. Oh, I like this one. How do you get a nun pregnant? Dress her up like an altar boy. What do a bungee jump and a hooker have in common? They're both cheap, fast, and if the rubber breaks, you're pretty much screwed. How are gay people like mice? They both hate pussies. What's the difference between your job and a dead prostitute? Your job still sucks. What do you call a cheap circumcision? A ripoff. What do priests and McDonald's have in common? They both stick their meat in 10-year-old buns. How is tightrope walking like getting a blowjob from someone ugly? If you want to enjoy either, you absolutely can't look down. What do you call two men fighting over a slut? Tug of war. Why don't little girls fart? They don't get assholes till they're married. What do you call an incestuous nephew? An anteater. How is being in the military like getting a blowjob? The closer you get to discharge, the better you feel. What do women and noodles have in common? Both wiggle when you eat them. What do you get when you jingle a man's balls? A white Christmas. What's the difference between a rabbi and a priest? A rabbi cuts them off, a priest sucks them off. What do you call a guy who cries when he masturbates? A tearjerker. What did one broke hooker say to the other? Can you lend me $10 till I'm on my back again? Why does Miss Piggy douche with honey? Because Kermit likes his pork sweet and sour. What's the real definition of a male chauvinist pig? A man who hates every bone in a woman's body except his. What does a slut say when her daughter asks how to spell penis? I wish she'd asked me last night when it was on the tip of my tongue. What do you call a sex-crazed gay cannibal? A headhunter. Did you hear about the constipated accountant? He couldn't budget, so he had to work it out with a paper and pencil. When is it okay to beat up a dwarf? When he's standing next to your girlfriend saying that her hair smells nice. What does a dumb slut say when you ask if she's ever tried 69? 30 dudes is the most I can screw in one night. What do you do when your cat's dead? Play with the neighbor's pussy instead. Why did Jesus die a virgin? Every single wound he touched closed up. What's the best way to respond when a girl asks, "What's up?" If I tell you, will you sit on it? What does it mean if a man remembers the color of a woman's eyes after a first date? She's got small tits. Want to hear a joke about my dick? Never mind, it's too long. What do you call a deaf gynecologist? A lip reader. What did the elephant say to the naked man? How do you breathe through that tiny thing? Did you hear about the blind prostitute? Well, you gotta hand it to her. Okay, I've told enough jokes about women. Men vacuum in the same way that they have sex. They just put it in, and make some noise for 3 minutes before they collapse on the couch and think that their wife should be really happy. What did the cannibal do after he dumped his girlfriend? Wiped his ass. What does tofu and a dildo have in common? They're both meat substitutes. How many emo kids does it take to screw in a light bulb? None. They all sit in the dark and cry. What do you call an IT teacher who touches up his students? A PDF file. How is virginity like a soap bubble? Excuse me. How is virginity like a soap bubble? One prick and it's gone. I added Paul Walker on Xbox, but he spends all his time on the dashboard. How did the Leper hockey game end? There was a face-off in the corner. Why did Stephen Hawking do one-liners? He couldn't do stand-up. Yes, real men don't wear pink. They eat it. Damn right. Why do men always give their jackets to their women when they are cold? Who wants a blowjob from a woman who is shaking with her teeth? What do a pizza boy and a gynecologist have in common? They both smell it, but they can't eat it. What do you call a teenage boy who doesn't masturbate? A liar. I guess you could probably say that for all guys, actually. What is the difference between acne and a Catholic priest? Acne usually comes on a boy's face after he turns 12. What's the definition of a virgin in Alabama? An 8-year-old girl that can run faster than all her brothers. What does a girl in the southern U.S. say after sex? Ew, get off of me, Dad. What did Cinderella do when she got to the ball? She gagged. What's the difference between a hippie chick and a hockey player? A hockey player showers after 3 periods. What does Donald Trump's hair and a thong have in common? They both barely cover the asshole. I've been taking Viagra for my sunburn. It doesn't cure it, but it keeps the sheets off my legs. Oh, what is the best part of a blowjob? 10 minutes of peace and quiet. I asked my wife why she never blinked during foreplay. She said she didn't have time. Let me try that again. I asked my wife why she never blinked during foreplay. She said she didn't have time. Did you hear about the guy who died of a Viagra overdose? They couldn't close his casket. Say what you want about pedophiles, but at least they drive slow through school zones. Yuck. What's worse than waking up at a party and finding a penis drawn on your What's worse than waking up at a party and finding a penis drawn on your face? Finding out it was traced. What is the difference between Michael Jackson and a grocery bag? One is made of plastic and is dangerous for children to play with. The other is used to carry groceries. What do you call a little boy with no arms and no legs? Names. After death, what is the only organ in the female body which remains warm? My penis. Ooh.